So Midjourney just rolled out panning. It basically allows you to extend the view of your images in 4 directions: up, down, left and right, similar to what zoom out would do, but it would zoom out in all the directions. So how you use is pretty straightforward, right? So you generate an image. Let's say this is the image we generated on Midjourney, and then post the image is generated, you'll get these 4 options. You can see this is left, right, up and down. So whichever area you want to extend the image towards, you press that specific option. You'll see some variations being generated based on the direction you choose. Now you can go ahead and choose an image from the generated samples to pan in some other direction, right? So let's say we take the first one. You have 2 more options. You can either pan upwards or downwards. And you can see we chose the upper direction, and these are the new images that were generated by AI. You can see in the prompt there is statement pan up added to kind of generate some context above the original image. It's very similar to what zoom out does, but it kind of gives you some amount of control on the image. But yeah, very similar to what zoom out does. Let's go ahead and try it on Midjourney. Alright, so before I even go ahead and generate anything, I'm gonna show you the remix mode. So in order to enable remix mode, you need to go to settings, right? So you go to settings, it will give you a bunch of options. You need to enable remix mode. If you want to generate custom features for the image, right? So what I mean by that is, if you click on the right, panning right now, it will go ahead and by default generate an image that it thinks is the right extension for that image. But if you enable remix mode, you get something like this, right? So you have an option to now edit your prompt before submitting to the model, and it will generate whatever you'd want to see in the image, right? So let's say we want to have a donkey walking on the right side here, and so this is what it does, right? In some of the images you won't see it, but if you look at this image, you can see there's a donkey on the right side of the image now. So basically this will the remix mode will allow you to kind of add these kind of specific custom things on the image, while if you just do basic pan, it will just use its own intelligence to pan out in whatever direction you'd want to. So with that in mind, let's just try playing around with an image. I have some idea in mind, but let's see how that turns out. While I'm on Midjourney, if you're interested in staying ahead in generative AI, feel free to join the Generative AI Revolution group. We talk about all the latest advancements happening in the world of AI. So this is the image we generated. I basically wanted to see if we can extend the canvas to see how Midjourney will imagine people holding their hands, right? And AI does not do a great job with hands. You can see this one's messed up, this one's messed up, this one is messed up too. This one seemed fine, so I used this one. Again, this one is not perfect. So I upscaled. I went ahead and upscaled this image. And you can see this is not perfect either. Then post you upscale, you get like an option of panning out in either of the directions. You can see left, right, up and down. So I chose the right direction. After panning in the right direction, you get 4 more options. Now again, you can see some of these options are not great. This one is weird. So I guess went ahead and upscaled this one. So you upscale number 2. You can see a sample. You can see a sample image is generated with the upscaled image number 2, and then you can pan out on the left or right. So let's say we pan out on the left side. 4 more variations of the image will be generated. So let's say we go ahead and pick this one, the upscale 4. It went ahead and upscale the image for us. Now you can again pan either on the left or the right side. So let's pan on the right side now. It's almost like it's revealing a story to you with every generation, only that it's kind of costing you money for every generation. It's kind of panning out the image on the right side, but when the image is being generated, it won't show the entire image. You will see after the generation is done, you will be able to see the whole image. So let's just wait for the entire image to get generated. I honestly don't like what I see here, but I'm gonna go with this one. So let's say we upscale the second image. We'll go ahead and pan further on the left side. Then in the end, go ahead and do a zoom out of 2x. When you're panning out too much, it kind of takes time for generating these images, but it's fine. I think you will just have to wait it out. It took around 5 to 6 minutes. I'm gonna take this specific image, upscale the third image, and then I'm gonna be zooming out 2x to generate the final output. So let's see how that looks. Again, my assumption it's gonna take like 5-7 minutes. So let's just wait for it to generate the image. So it's went ahead and generated 4 variations. If you look at each of these images, right, each of them have different contexts. You can see this seems like a family, this too seems like a family, this seems like a couple of people having a weird kind of relationship, and this too seems like a family of sorts, right? So very interesting and weird at the same time. So I'm gonna download this to use as my thumbnail. Okay, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I think it's a pretty interesting feature, especially if you use the remix mode. So do go ahead and give this a shot. Alright guys, thank you so much. Have a good one.